Welcome to another episode of Philosophy of Chillin. I'm your host, Don't Let Them Connect. And today, again, I'm not here by myself. So I'm going to allow my guests to introduce themselves. Go ahead.
Yo, what it do? It's the biggest food, Sweat Joe.
Mount man, Mount Otto.
You did.
So, before we get started, like always, I go over the topic of discussion that I want to kind of dissect through this time. So I'll go ahead and introduce that, and then we can just get started. So I guess the topic of that I wanted to go was kind of like hitting on collaboration. I know that in working with another artist or another individual in general, outside of yourself, there's a level of commitment that you have to have and recognition on what you're signing up for. So I guess the topic that I wanted to discuss, or the question that I wanted to pose to you all, was what was it like for you to understand and recognize that in order to achieve the goals that I would like to, I need to prepare myself to receive effective collaboration and the communication that comes with it.
Well, I think it was kind of already there, even though we had to really we bumped heads a couple times, a lot. You know what I'm saying? But it was already there because I respected his craft before we became together. Him as a solo artist, I was already a fan of his music and vice versa. So it wasn't really hard as some people may have it. You know what I'm saying? When you got that respect there, you can go a little way. You can figure things out. It's gonna be because you get the bigger picture. You know what I'm saying? So it's nothing you're not gonna let nothing come in between what the goal is. So yeah. Oh.
Yeah, just to pretty much piggyback off of what he said, man. When his respect is there individually, and you kind of we kind of been a group before we were ever a group. So it's like learning just to work and take criticism or whatever we got to do to move forward. Because at the end of the day, that's what it's about. Like, damn our feelings, damn what we like, damn our personal. You know what I'm saying? If we come together collectively, let's collectively see how to push it forward. So it take a lot though. As far as that's a great question though. It take a lot of commitment. I would say self evaluating too, like knowing how to dial down within yourself. You know what I'm saying? Like, cause everybody got that. I'm the star. Like it's like, yeah, you are. But once you play within your role, so even the star got a role. We all role players. Your role might be the star, or your role might be the carrots and bad. You know what I'm saying? Like it's all the same. If it's on the same team, you got to play your role for it to work. Period. So, uh, shit, the start ain't the only one to get a ring. You know what I'm saying? And a bag for winning the championship. Like we all gonna get a ring. We all like, but let's get a ring. You get what I'm saying? Like however we got to get that motherfucker. Let's get that first, and then we'll figure out all of the personal and the accolades as far as that. You know what I'm saying? But the main part is let's get the ring. Let's get the ring.
Yeah,
You know
that
what I'm saying?
reminds me of what Kyrie said with Luka. He was like, "Y'all can call us the best duo there is, but it don't mean nothing
For sure.
unless we get
For sure.
the ring."
It don't though, because at the end, and that's my favorite player. It's crazy you would even use him. You know what I'm saying? But the same mindset for real, because leading up to that moment, you know what I'm saying, you'll have a lot of oohs and ah moments. A lot of people like bandwagon on with the man. All of that's cool. But when you don't win, the process starts over. You know what I'm saying? Literally, a whole new season starts. So it's just by having that constant, okay, well, when we got here last time, what did we do to not get over the hump? You know what I'm saying?
Everybody got to buy in because what you got to realize is when the organization get a ring, from the owner all the way down to the ball boy and the trainer get a ring. That's what you gotta get. You gotta be in that mindset, or it ain't gonna work. If you always me, you might as well just stay solo.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? You might as well just do it on your own because it ain't gonna work at all.
That's true.
Yeah, and I guess to answer the question directly too, because I was just thinking about on the question. To answer the question directly, it made more sense to put what we did individually in our careers. It's like having two wooden walls. One built this high, one built that high. It's like we understood that. Damn, if we just put my wall on top of your wall, we'll have a way bigger wall. You know what I'm saying? If the goal is to build a building, you know what I'm saying? So at the end of the day, that's what it came down to. Like, do it make sense? Like, do it make sense to? And it's not putting your career on hold or what somebody would feel like that. Like, I'm putting what I'm doing individual on hold or my ideas. Nah, it's just working it into a fold.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So that we all could be heard. We all could be paid. We all could travel and live and make a lifestyle off of this. It ain't about just one person. You know what I'm saying? So that's what it boiled down to. Our mentorship. You know what I'm saying? Like we built a lot of relationships and got a lot of input too on just us working together. Because a lot of times you may not see you play well with a person. You might only play with somebody in the All-Star game, and it takes somebody to just be like, hey, bro, you know, if y'all boys teamed up. Yeah, like, you know what I'm saying? Like, yeah, y'all in the All-Star game together, but if y'all played a season together for real and like really locked in, y'all boy might win. So it just became one of those things where we looking at it in that aspect, like, okay, you an all-star, I'm an all-star.
Like, that's a great point.
Yeah.
And that kind of leads into my second question too, which is for both of you, of course. But before you all came to that point, what was that moment for you individually where it was like, okay, I recognize what I have to offer, but at the same time, I know that in order for me to deal with this decision, I have to acknowledge that I have to be, somewhat willing to meet somewhere where they're at. So what was it like for you to put that aside and say, okay, I'm going to do that?
Man, I give credit. We got a brilliant manager. So he was managing both of us as our solo careers. But instead of just putting it on us like, go group, y'all need to be a group, he let it happen organically. Like he just had us work together. So we getting up 10 o'clock in the morning, studio 2 months straight, like rapping. You know what I'm saying? Like it takes dedication for that. Like, so it's really like he tried to see what we wanted. We just worked together, and it just started. Once we started, we never stopped, and we started getting traction from working together. You know what I'm saying? So
Yeah. Mine probably be like a little different. Like I had really like I dream so big that it's hard for me to, and I'm working on it. It's hard for me to acknowledge things that I deem as small accomplishment for myself, because it can be big accomplishments in reality, but I just see myself so big that it's like that's cool.
Yeah.
That's cool. You know what I'm saying?
I was supposed to get that.
Yeah, like that was supposed to happen. Them people were supposed to call me. I was supposed to got that opportunity. Like, and so yeah, for me, I had to realize that I had to realize everything I prayed about, God was giving me. That was the first start of how do I get over the hump? Because I used to wonder a lot. You know what I'm saying? Like, my school painted a song I had on the wall before I performed at prep rallies. I ain't even graduate from this high school. You know what I'm saying? So to come back and have that used to give me that. You know what I'm saying? Like, okay, I'm accomplishing things. You know what I'm saying? Like, people know who I was in my city. Or people acknowledge me in the city of Atlanta, period. Hey, bro, I seen your video, like, just randomly. So it became a point where, am I satisfied with it? Or do I really want to get what I want to get? You know what I'm saying? Because that's going to come along with it. And some people hear that and get comfortable. Some people hear everybody, but you fired, I seen it. And that makes them like relax a little bit, like they done made it. See, a lot of people just want to be known. So for me, it was about how can I expand what I'm doing And I started just surveying, you know what I'm saying? And like bro said earlier, I was already a fan of his music, like just him without me, you know what I'm saying? Like we never wrote a song together. We would always send each other stuff and just I let him know, yeah, even if I ain't like something. And that was the determining factor because I could tell him, bro, that ain't it. I don't like it. I think you should do this, you know what I'm saying? And instead of it being like a man, who you think you is?
Yeah.
We always, even if we ain't agree, we always still took it and were like, well, we'll try it.
Yeah.
And that is for me, what built, you know what I'm saying, the understanding of, okay, damn, we could create a fold here to where like I do what I do as an artist for sure, but bro can hold it down. Then we can get with somebody else who's gonna hold it down on their end. And so for me, it was just about creating and expanding. Like I never wanted to just be solely the guy. I want to be the guy for sure, but I envision myself having a cast of people when I'm the guy. You know what I'm saying? That other people will know. So for me, man, that was like building up to that moment. Like, okay, I've already set out to be a legend. And if I die tomorrow, my whole city will repost me. So I mean, that's close. That's like God giving me what I asked for. I asked for that. So is that enough? And that's what I started realizing. Like, okay, boom, I asked God for certain things, but then boom, I got them. And I realized, like, damn, is that what I'm seeking? You get what I'm saying? Like, is that what I'm really out for? Or is that just part of what come with what I'm out for? So that was the determining factor for me where I'm like, okay, I lock in with a team, a whole team. You know what I'm saying? A full team of people that understand and move. Because at the end of the day, it's just about understanding. Like, bro got the same ambition as far as understanding. I want to get to this place. Okay, I want to get to this place. Well, shit, how can I help you? What you need? Boom, that's what I need, bro. How can I help you? What you need? Like, and that shit becomes infectious in a fold. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, I know that shit was lengthy though, but yeah, it made me think though, because that's a great question though. People rarely are asked that for real. So just putting thought behind the real question and not cheating the interview though. That's a real answer though, as far as like the understanding and building the fold. Like this was somebody I trusted. Okay, when we make it, I trust your ability to handle your own. You know what I'm saying? Just like I'm handling mine. And no, boy, can't nobody do nothing with us. So to know that is like we gotta know that first.
Yeah.
And then everything else gonna fall into our hands for real. Yep.
And back to your comment that you said earlier, I definitely appreciate that because the way that you're articulating yourself now is typically when people ask me, that'll be me. Be like, hey, da. Like, I know that was a lot, but
gotta give you the rundown. Yeah, for sure.
And the real what I was trying to give you because it's not just one straightforward.
It ain't. Yeah, it's not. It's not.
Layers to this.
It's not, man.
It took a lot of time trying to figure out the layers.
Yeah.
So, for people that are trying to get to know y'all through your music and what y'all are building, because you did records that y'all are expanding.
For sure.
So, what can people expect when they first get those songs circulated into their environments, their atmosphere? Like, what are y'all trying to give off through those records?
From my end, I say authenticity, fun. We ain't really trying to like pollute our community too much with bull. So you gonna get fun records that you can bob to, as if they were the same type of songs that polluted, whatever. You know what I'm saying? You gonna get that with substance in it, from my end.
Yeah, you gonna get bars.
For sure.
You know what I'm saying? Along with making real music, you know what I'm saying? Like having something to talk about and not just guns and shoot 'em up, bang bang, and you gotta talk about all that. You know what I'm saying? Like I always feel like the ones who really doing it anyway don't talk about it. So
yeah, it'd be stupid.
You know what I'm saying? So yeah.
That shit's stupid. Let's start here. That shit dumb as hell.
Dumb as hell.
That's flat out.
And all the street stuff, like we came from that, but that don't mean we gotta know what I'm saying, analogy every song. We
You can
going to
reference
ride
it.
on somebody
You
and
can reference it. We talk about that
yeah,
a
we
lot.
use that so
It's
many
crazy.
ways.
We talk about that a lot. I'm like, man, we can reference this shit all day.
Yeah, I mean,
Like,
you went through it.
it's real.
Yeah.
To glorify it and push it, two totally different things.
Nah, we on that. And man, we just like you said, fun. Like we trying to bring the fun back into the music. Ain't the fun ain't there no more. Everything's so dark and
Yeah, man.
demon music. Everybody on demon time. And let's have fun, man. Let's get ain't nobody on dance floor no more.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like, so we just trying to bring something different that's what it needs.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? So I think music is changing back though. Like it's shifting a little bit. So you just gotta stay true, stay down. Yeah, so yeah, people is starting to get tired of it.
That shit, bro. We can. And that
People really dying though. That's what they don't. People is
like,
really dying.
yeah, the cultural thing is like what we were talking about earlier. The part about culture was like as a culture. Yeah, it's part of the culture, but as a culture, man, we tired of that shit. Our mamas, aunties, little cousins, grandmamas, man, them folk tired of that shit. Even people who are along our ages, you know what I'm saying? People who get into their mid 30s, early 40s, and mid 40s, man, them folks tired of that shit. So at the end of the day, man, somebody got to stand up and say, look, goddamn, like, we gonna do what we do anyway. But like, let's get a little kid who coming out of high school a chance to think for themselves, because they might not be able to. You know what I'm saying? You might hook them on something that they can't get away from, and your ass not gonna be around.
Yeah.
You get what I'm saying? So it's like your lyrics are affecting these people. I understood that from when I was a kid. That's why I chose music. I understood how the lyrics impacted my personal life. How what I listened to when I was feeling some certain kind of way impacted my thoughts, my decision making. Man, that shit was real. So it just made me want to be the voice to, hey, I know it's hard, man. Do this though. You know what I'm saying? I know it's hard. I know you want to crash. I know for sure. Every day you wake up you're confused. You don't know what the fuck to really, really do. You know what I'm saying? You doing what you got to do to get money, but what you really want to do to be free, we don't always know how to do that. So I get living with that and what it brings on you mentally, and then the music or any situation could be inspired by this shit. You know what I'm saying? Because it's popular. It's what you lame if I push the gas on you in front of everybody and you don't stand up and challenge me back, you lame and you stupid, or you're weak, or you're a pussy, whatever people gonna say. Not realizing like, man, you might have some real shit going on though. You know what I'm saying? You might react to me and do something to me for real, and then jeopardize everything you done worked for in your personal life for nothing at the end of the day, because a nigga just talking to you and trying to rah-rah you. Like, that's our culture, man. So we just trying to step into this shit and bring back the mode of art, you know what I'm saying? And for it to be respected for what it is, not have to do certain things to express yourself. You know what I'm saying? Because as a culture, man, we not doing what the culture doing. We feel like ain't nobody seeing it. You know what I'm saying? If you ain't doing what people doing on Instagram to get that attention, you feel like, man, they just scrolling past my shit. I ain't really. Yeah. And I'm not willing to do what they're doing. So it's a place where you almost lost. Cause damn, do I just say fucking and do what everybody do? I do some dumb shit just to get the attention on me for what I need to do? And that's morality. Or do I keep my morals, keep it solid, trust the entity, and walk my path? You know what I'm saying? And that, I feel like that's the difference. That's what we've been doing. So I feel like that's why our glow and our just do will be a lot different. You know what I'm saying? It'll be a lot more sustainable too. For real.
I would definitely say that. That's something I try to live out myself. So for this next question, it really ties into what was that moment, or what was the journey like for you to understand how to communicate your artistry and what you saw within the vision of who you wanted to be or what you wanted to achieve?
For me, it was actually linking up with bro. Like once I linked up with him,
Mm-hmm.
it was like when we go to the studio, he would be like, "Okay, bro, you ain't gotta say that all the time, like, or you ain't gotta say, don't say it like that. Find another way to say it, or expand your vocabulary." Like he challenged me to say and do other stuff.
Mhm.
You know what I'm saying? Because I used to, I can bar people to death, write bars all day, but that's everybody doing that. You know what I'm saying? Like I know how it feel to be talking about guns and all that. And bro, like, bro, you ain't gotta say that. You ain't gotta use it. You ain't gotta tell me. You know what I'm saying? Like we had this real conversation, like, and I had to tell him, like, bro, but I really do keep it on me. Like,
Yeah.
and he was like, yeah, but I understand that, but still, bro, like,
Well, what you really
that ain't
trying
the
to
energy
say,
we
man?
putting out. He told me on a deeper level, like, bro, we don't put the energy out. We gotta worry about the energy coming to us. So we ain't going around saying what we finna do to niggas and we gonna do that. So 9 times 10, we ain't looking for nobody, no worry about nobody trying to try us. Now, sometimes it happens. You know what I'm saying? We still men at the end of the day. You know what I'm saying? So when I got with bro though, it started making me change it up and start thinking more and like expand like more and start using bit more words and stop using like the word nigga so much. You know what I'm saying? Like stop cursing so you ain't like we ain't gotta do all that.
Mhm.
So yeah, that's what it was with me when I linked with bro. Because he was looking at it a totally different way.
Yeah, hell yeah. My answer's simple though. Like I grew up in trouble and shit. So that shit just wasn't it for me no more. Like it had to be like I had to just pick something that I could do for the rest of my life that I wouldn't hate. That I could wake up and genuinely like. I knew like if I never got paid from this, I could wake up and do this shit every day. You know what I'm saying? Like rather I get paid or not. So okay, that because I can make the most money doing it, and it's something that I genuinely love to do. You know what I'm saying? And then the gift of like he said, like being able to really rap shit. Like everybody don't is not blessed with that. So just paying attention to it, like it all there. And that's what I said earlier when I say I am music. I don't do music. Like it wasn't something that I wanted to be or like I don't care to be seen and I don't care to just have on hella jewelry to flash money. I don't care about flashy cars. I don't care about a lot of shit people want you to care about when you rap. I really don't. So I be in the space of like people be like, man, you should do this, though. You should wear this, or whatever. I don't give a fuck about that shit. And when it boiled down to it, like this was my way of helping out the next young dude that stayed in trouble. You know what I'm saying? Just being real, like, okay, boom, I know how my life was, and that shit wasn't it. So what can I say in this music to help that 16, 17-year-old little boy who going through that shit, may not have nobody in his ear, may not have his dad around, may not have a lot of things, you know what I'm saying? Whatever his struggle is, he going through that. What can I say in this music that Tupac said when I was a kid that, damn, what can I do? You know what I'm saying? Because Tupac made me think a lot. So it was like, what can I say from my own life? How can I use my experiences to make a young dude think a lot? Just think, bro. Like, I don't want to make you do nothing but think because that's gonna lead to I know, you know what I'm saying? Like a lot of time we just doing shit off impulse and you ain't really thinking, you know what I'm saying? And I grew up doing that shit. Whatever I felt like some shit wrong, I was pressing it. Whenever I felt like I need to say something, I was saying it, rather it was to my teacher or you know what I'm saying? So that's what I mean by I stayed in trouble because of my understanding of that. So it's like taking that understanding and it's like, damn, this shit kept me in trouble. So on the flip side, how can I use the same shit to reverse and do positive? You know what I'm saying? I did negative with this same shit. Okay, I can use this stuff. It ain't gotta be negative. You know what I'm saying? Like this shit get me in trouble, but I know it ain't. I know I'm better. No, I'm not a bad person. So it was like I knew, like, nah, that ain't. What's the positive side? And it became in the music, man. Like breathing life into this music, man. Like people breathe that shit right back into us. Just being real, like I'm not the most famous guy or famous as I want to be as far as recognition musically, but I've impacted lives to the point where it is like, okay, we got a purpose and we just got to focus on what we got to focus on. We can't get caught up in what they talking about. You know what I'm saying? Because we doing something that we know what we got going on, and we'll get lost if we don't focus on that. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, that word is spittle.
Facts.
That's real. I mean, I'm glad you mentioned that too, though, because my next question is kind of like twofold in regards to impact. Not just what type of impact are you all trying to see on the world, but what was the impact for you all for it to register in your internal process, your journey, what have you, to the point where it's like, okay, I'm supposed to be doing this. Like,
I ain't gonna lie, for me, it was when we went to Texas. It was just me, him, and the cameraman that's behind the camera right now, Street Premier. And we went to 5 different cities. No manager, no nothing. Driving ourselves, checking into the hotel rooms ourselves, everything. You know what I'm saying? We did that all on our own. Like waking up, doing the show, leaving the show, driving to the next city, sleeping for an hour or two, getting up, doing it. Like we went through the whole Texas. So when I did that and I seen like, okay, this the grind. Like this, I mean, it ain't even that bad. Some artists might be like feel like this bad. We out there making memories, we having fun. Like, you know what I'm saying? We ain't even paying attention to how much we moving around. Though. So when we did that, I knew that we can. Okay, now I know we can go do a tour. You know what I'm saying? When everything's set up and we already got tour buses and all that, we just drove in a rental car. Flew down there, got a rental car, drove through the whole Texas. So yeah, that's what it was.
Shit, I'm gonna keep it with Tupac. Shit, for me, for real, because it was Tupac. Like, bottom line, I seen how smart this man was. As far as like something about his spirit was parallel with mine, and I understood that as a kid. But the way he went about it and died affected me as a kid. I was really mad at Tupac. This shit is real. Like, I be saying this, but people be thinking I was like real life mad at Tupac. You know what I'm saying? Because I felt like he let the bullshit pull him away from what he was supposed to be doing. You know what I'm saying? So that was like that was like a real lesson though for me as a kid, because I loved that nigga like I had knew him. And I never met this man. You know what I'm saying? So me knowing that, like me knowing that as a little boy and being hurt by his absence. How the hell I'm hurt by an absence that I never even met? I never met you. So how can I be hurt? But I understood, like, oh, it's the music. It's the voice, it's the music, it's the intent, it's the passion. Okay. Everything that's in me I get it, but I can't allow the world to deter me. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'll be a lame and just not get no money before I dive out there and have to be extra gangster, extra whatever that ain't got nothing to do with me at the end of the day. You know what I'm saying? Like, just to prove the niggas and die. So I just being real. So that was the point in my life where I knew for sure this is what I'm gonna do, because I knew how it impacted me. And that's not what I'm gonna do because I knew how it impacted me. So it was the same moment where I'm like, okay, I'm gonna do this music and I'm gonna speak passionately. I'm gonna be loud at the mouth. I'm gonna mean what I say. I'm gonna tell the truth, but I'm not finna get pulled into none of that shit he got pulled into. I don't give a damn what it takes. You know what I'm saying? Like, and that was the spark in my brain as a fucking teenager, that it was just like, okay, this is what I want to do, and that's what I don't want to do. So it was like it was like an easy, niggas call me whatever. That's cool. I ain't on that. I'm not doing that. You know what I'm saying? That ain't what I got something different going on. And that's how I always kind of move. So I feel like that was the turning point for my life as far as musically, that I knew I could do that. I want to do that. You know what I'm saying? Desire wise, but I'm not, I can't, I learned from that shit. You know what I'm saying? As a kid. And I ain't even know that man. So I just seen that impact, and I'm like, damn, if I can impact anybody like that while I'm breathing, like shit, we done won. Like, we here forever. You know what I'm saying? That's eternal life to me, because you here forever. Somebody gonna always speak your name and keep you living. You know what I'm saying?
That's true. So kind of going into the last set of questions, before I kind of give the mic to y'all. So kind of twofold. Um, I'm here go to the past a little bit and ask a question regarding that I noticed a little bit earlier, and then I want to get into the future, what y'all have envisioned for yourselves and what y'all trying to do.
Dope.
So jumping to the past real quick. I know y'all briefly spoke on some of y'all inspiration points. With what kind of puts you into the music mindset, but in regards to physically improving your mental health as you were growing up and dealing with different situations? Like, what were some skills and strategies and techniques, whether it be pertaining to the music or outside of the music, that kind of help y'all get through those obstacles? Where y'all go, okay, I know where I want to be, but because I'm in this situation right now, I got to use this to keep my mind sane so I can keep going later.
That's a good question.
You gotta have people around you, like that's solid. That's gonna tell you fucking up.
Yeah.
Chill out. Like you doing this wrong, because it's always somebody that don't went through this before us. We got older cousins, aunties, uncles. You know, they tell you like, I've been through this before. I know, like that's true. Like they always, it's somebody that done been through it. So the thing was, you just gotta listen and have somebody around you that's not leading you the wrong way. Like our manager, for instance, KK. Like when he was doing the things for us with the music and booking shows and doing all that, he wasn't just doing it. He was showing us like we did it with him. So that's why we was able to go to Texas and be successful without him being there.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like he taught it like that's who you want to be around, people who gonna teach you stuff. You know what I'm saying? Like gonna put you on game, like because at the end of the day, you really don't know. You just learn. It's learning everything, learning experience. You know what I'm saying? If you let the learning experience break you, you gotta find a way to get it. You can't let the learning experience break you because you're gonna fall all the way off. So yeah.
Shit, I pretty much agree with bro just said. As far as seeing us where I feel like shit, we'll be one of the biggest groups in the world or in history. So I would say Outkast probably only group we like real life. We ain't chasing them, but that's who we mirror as far as what we can do coming from where we're from. You know what I'm saying? Like knowing we can take it that far. That's like in our mind, we see that being that, you know what I'm saying, a historic group that's individually can hold our own, just like Outkast. You know what I'm saying? So it's like a group, but being individually sound within the group, outside of each other as well. And music ain't the end goal for us though, man. Acting and entrepreneurship, and man, we have we have a lot of endeavors to dive into. This is just like I told you earlier, the catalyst. You know what I'm saying? It's what we using to build a solid foundation. So everything that come on top of that, you know what I'm saying, it's almost like what Will Smith did to me. You know what I'm saying? I'm gonna use the music to do what I really want to do in life. Music is just gonna be what presents me. Hey, this is me. Okay, damn, I want to do this. So yeah, like we in that space to, I believe we will and we are that. You know what I'm saying? We'll be that and we are that now. And the world will recognize us for that.
So thank you for that, because that kind of goes into the future state. And kind of going back to the impact that you referenced, like you said, there have been people before y'all. There have been accomplishments and outcasts and done their thing. So even in that mirror journey, individually, uniquely, more specifically, what type of impact are y'all trying to make in the city, and not just in the city, but really what I'm hearing is globally?
Yep, for sure. Individually, man, I just want to build up the community. Starting with where I'm from, East Point. So Yeah, that's dope. I never knew that. That's lit. That's lit.
My grandma stay off Coney Road.
Damn, that's some crazy shit. We just left Conley. That's hard, man. So yeah. So for me, it started just building up, starting with the kids, you know what I'm saying? And that ain't got really nothing to do with music, just being hands-on, being present, sports, activities, more opportunities for them, and just the ability to see a star close. Like I never grew up like me growing up in East Point, I never seen nobody pop. Like my whole from fucking elementary to high school, it was nobody who I could point at that consistently. I mean, like I seen these people and felt like, oh man, that's a real person. They right here, they can do this. I ain't see nobody just coming back who was a household name. Not saying people didn't do it. Sorry if you did it. I'm sorry. I don't know about it. No slack to you. But like big names, household names, I never really just see them or see now or then engaging. So that just gave me the drive to, man, shit, we got to be the ones. We got to be the ones to have the world pulling up to these kids' high school basketball game and flood out the game. It ain't no reason this shit shouldn't be jam packed. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, like, but we know, like, when we making it, we pop up to the game, it'll draw that type of interest to what they have going on. So it's like everything we do just to point it back at something from our city. You know what I'm saying? And for me individually, that along with generational wealth, I know the world comes after the city, but that is my first and main priority. You know what I'm saying? To be able to invest in the city, build up the city, give back to the city. Like, I mean, I want to do that shit more than anything before you know what I'm saying, get up off earth.
We all got nieces, nephews, kids. So the thing is the youth. You gotta protect the youth. You gotta give back. So that's the main thing. The main goal is that, and taking care of my family. That's like the biggest number one. You know what I'm saying? Because my family, my mom and everybody done sacrificed so much for me. I feel like it's like my duty to do it. So I've been at that. That's been my motivation from the longest. Like since I started it. My first tape, my mama was the front cover of it. You know what I'm saying? So that's my drive motivation. That's all the drive motivation I need, plus the kids on top of that. That's all I need. I don't care about all the rest of the stuff. You know what I'm saying? I've been paying bills and struggling since forever. You know what I'm saying? But we're gonna make it happen. We're gonna make it work. So to get to the point, get my mom to the point where she ain't gotta worry about a bill. She can just go pick up and just, oh, I wanna go fly here today. All right, go ahead. That's the main goal. When I get to that point, I'm cool. I don't gotta do nothing else. You know what I'm saying? I'm cool. So then, and raise my nieces and nephews, man. That's the thing. Like when you seeing kids grow up, it's amazing. Dog. You learn a lot. What you really don't know, you learn a lot. And they put you back when you was there. So that gives you motivation too. Like, and then they pay attention. So I'm leaving today. My niece said, "Go have a good photo shoot." Like I didn't even know she knew I had one. You know what I'm saying? Like that type of stuff keeps you going. So.
So I guess for the last portion of this interview episode, which is really I don't really consider these to be interviews, honestly. Like, yeah, I'm getting to know y'all, but this really is just a discussion of shared ideologies, trying to understand where that depth comes from. So with that being said, now the tables have turned, y'all are the hosts. If y'all have any questions for me pertaining to this theme or not, you can go ahead and ask me.
It ain't pertaining to this. What school you went to? You from East Point?
I went to Hamilton Young.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, then I went from Hamilton home. I want to go to Party West. My mom was like, hell no. She took me to
good mom.
Yeah.
Great mom.
Hey, yeah, she was definitely. She made a lot of sacrifices for me so I could challenge myself intellectually.
Paid off. I would say though, like, did you always know or have a knack for like wanting to interview people or start a podcast? Like, did you see yourself in this light? Like, what did you what did that child see yourself being as far as, like?
That was a good question. And it's funny that you asked that because I don't know if I already told you, but me and him went to middle school together.
Didn't know
So
that.
he's literally seen me
Yeah,
evolve
for sure.
into the person that I am today. But
That's dope.
to be honest with you, I didn't have a specific vision. I just knew that I don't like to be bored, but I also like my time to be utilized effectively. And because of the things that I went through at an early age, I learned very quickly that I would rather move in light the same way I would move in darkness. So because of that decision, I was like, look, I don't want to do something that I don't love doing. I want to keep myself in alignment with what I'm supposed to do while I'm here as much as I can and educate myself to the best of my abilities so that I can do any job I'm given.
For sure.
So that's kind of what framed my mindset growing up. So anything I was given or any goal I had, I was like, okay, well, how can I do it? X, Y, Z, ABC. Okay, bet I'm gonna do this at 110%. Like, if you can't keep up with me, like,
sure.
I love you. This is
For
all
sure.
love. This never no hate. Like, I'm never intentionally trying to offend you.
I gotta get
But
this done.
I gotta keep going because if I don't
Sure.
do it,
Then they're gonna be looking at you like you fucking retarded.
you feel me?
Yeah,
So
for sure.
that was definitely my mindset. And then what I started learning was I just love to help people, and a lot of the people that were asking for my help, I just loved information, so that's what kind of led me to business. The people that were asking me for help were like creatives and entrepreneurs, and I also hung out with people that were older than me as well for the most part. Like those were my inner circle folks, even as a little kid.
Me too.
So it was really just the conversations of like, yeah, we doing this, and I just be sitting here thinking like, okay, well, if that's what y'all are dealing with, how could I best help y'all? Like, what can I do to make sure I'm coming correct so that we can all be still in alignment and do this thing how we supposed to do it? So from that point, that's where podcasting got introduced to me. I knew as an entrepreneur, I wanted to be in a consulting company, but I was going to build my own. Because I was like, if I can get paid to just apply my knowledge,
that's the goal for real.
Yeah, so that was
that's the goal.
Somebody when I was in high school was like, maybe you should consider consulting, and I was like, okay. So in college, I started my own consulting business, and I was just doing research and like, okay, how can I build my own credibility outside of traditional standards?
Facts.
Like, I can try to get into that traditional field and do it that way, but like there's a lot of compromise that fits my personality and moves that I'm not about to extend myself too much to try to get you to understand how you can be in alignment and still move forward. So independently, I was like, okay, how do I build credibility in this space? And that's when I got the idea of the philosophy of chilling. But at that time, physically on the surface level, I was like, I'm not trying to be in front of the camera.
Sure.
I'm not trying to do this mentally, maturely. I'm not there yet.
People don't know, man. That shit take a lot. That's what made me ask, though. Because being in front of the camera is a lot different. Like, everybody can sit back and watch it and critique. But when it's actually you, like, if you don't have the experience of constantly doing it, that shit is something completely different and new. Yeah, and you got to know how you want to be perceived on camera. That's what you got to learn. Like, it takes for you to see yourself on camera to be like, I don't really.
Is that really me?
Yeah, like, is that really me? Like, did I really say that shit? Like, I ain't cool with it. Or, damn, I don't like how I look on camera. I shouldn't have dressed like that. I done seen so much of like, but it's teaching. Like, it's hard to watch, but at the same time, it's teaching you. Okay, when I'm on camera, this is how I want to be perceived. This is what I want to talk about. This is what I want to say. Yeah, like, so. Yeah, you do it comfortably. So the question.
Yeah, well, that's kind of how I got into it. Like, creators pulled me in because I didn't think I had the anger control to deal with the ignorance.
Damn,
like,
that should be that bad.
I mean,
as far as
let's be realistic, without having to say specifically what we talking about. Look at me in mine. You tell me. how many people probably have tried me subliminally,
For sure.
not in front of my face, but I can read it because I'm very empathic.
No doubt.
So it's like it's a certain level of constraint.
That makes sense though. I wouldn't have thought about it in that manner though.
Yeah.
I don't have to deal with that part of it. Yeah, so it's like, one of them things like, you do. I could see you having to deal with.
So
that could be a lot.
I appreciate that.
Yeah, for sure.
But I understood that at a very young age, which is why I tried to shy away from the creative space because it was like I can show up and do it, but I'm still me.
Yeah, for sure.
So it's like if I don't feel like I can control myself, I don't want to compromise.
Yeah, you shouldn't even put yourself. Yeah, for sure.
To make any hasty.
I'm big on that. I'm big on that. Don't even put yourself in no predicament where you know it's if you know what I'm saying. I'm big on that.
That was pretty much it for me. My team pulled me in for the bucket list. They got me the most comfortable in front of the camera. Ideally, I was just supposed to manage the company and help them in the background. But at a certain point, it was like, nah, we gotta have you in front. Like, you gotta do it with us. Like, we gotta talk about this, and it was great chemistry. And from that, I helped them build up the bucket list, and then I got to a certain point in life where it was like, I'm helping build
everybody else.
Yeah, I'm helping.
And I look back at my little mountain in my plate. Yeah. I done helped build this big ass mountain over here, and I look over there at my mountain. That shit still this dog.
Yeah, so I was like, I got to a point in life where it was like, okay, you have to start this and you have to put it out here because it's not leaving your brain. And you keep doing this in this space, but you had your own before this even started. So that's how I got here today. So it's been a journey, but I've been loving every second.
Right. The vibe been smooth since I've been here. I can't.
Yeah.
It, like you said, it didn't feel like an interview. It's like we relaxing, picking each other's brain. That was probably the only question I can really think. The only one I had. That was it.
Good, because we really just chilling over here. Like, if it weren't for the camera, we would probably still be talking and chopping it up.
You know what I'm saying?
So that being said, y'all gotta get up out of here. So it's done like the connect.
Fusway Jones, man. Follow me at I am Fusway Jones on all platforms.
Mount ODDO, man. That's mt.oddo. Mount Otto. Follow me. If you cool, I might follow your ad back, but I ain't no guarantee.
And we out here. Peace.